Renew the Blue has to do with more than just putting paint on the walls. It has to do with, yes, putting that fresh coat of paint on the walls, but it also has to do with renewing that spirit of what it means to be a Blue. A blues fan here for Perry McClure, for Buena Vista, reinvigorating, renewing, refreshing what it means for the school and the community.
It's a community that struggles economically, like many our size and our demographic profile, but the families have so much pride in the school and the community, and they value the educational opportunities, that it really just is a nice sort of showcase for what really is the spirit of this town.
Of course, I thought it was the most wonderful concept because I realized how important this building is to this community and how strongly the citizens feel about it. Now the students, you know, they're students, but their parents and their grandparents have a very strong connection to this facility. And his idea to get the community involved and to make it a community project about creating an environment that would stimulate the learners and to have them proud of the building and to renew the blue.
You know, one of the things about the school, the teachers are excellent. I'd already met some of them, I knew them, but walking through the classrooms, what I noticed was there were signs of wear. There were places where paint had either peeled off or just where when something had been removed from the wall, they didn't paint over it. But when you look at a building that's 90 years old and you see some of those things, you think, hey, we can do something with this. You know, ultimately our vision was to paint the entire school as much as possible, but knowing that that was shooting really high, we just went to them and said, basically, what if we commit to one room and let's work to do more, but our only commitment is the one room. And so as we agreed to just do one room, I said, well, let's go up, Bill, you need to see the school. And Bill had not been in the school for years. I don't know how long, but it had been a while.
I graduated in 1964. I got flashbacks from the classes I went and then the teachers that I had. And I just couldn't believe that the condition of the school was in.
I graduated in 1989 from Perry McClure High School, which was in this building at the time. My son is a rising senior, so he went through this school as a middle schooler, and my daughter is in 7th grade here. My room was upstairs close to the auditorium last year, and it was in need of repair and paint and everything at the time, and no one had any hopes of getting that done.
Talking to a school teacher just this morning, and she was telling me about it and got to crying. And I'm thinking, well, that's close to the heart, you know, there's something going on here.
Pastor Brian has made it clear from the get-go that it's really not about Buena Vista Baptist, that it's really about the community.
We've been blessed to have ownership of it, to be able to lead in it, but this is not our project. This is a community project. There have been over 20 or 30 different organizations that have been a part of volunteering their time, and there's certainly been hundreds of different individuals, businesses, and groups that have given donations.
You know, it's just not a few guys doing all this work. I would imagine at least 80, 90, maybe 100 people that have been in and out of this building over the last few weeks, working diligently.
I would say probably about half of them graduated from this school. What has probably excited me the most or blessed me the most is watching those who have such a connection with the school catch the spirit of the project. And in that sense, it's given them a deeper investment, and it's just brought a great joy, a particular joy to the work.
I personally think it's a godsend thing. It wasn't just didn't come out of the blue. It was something I think you can almost feel God's spirit in our working with all these people. And it was meant to be and definitely needed to be done.
This renovation, this Renew the Blue, has really made every room look almost brand new. It really has. 6 months ago, we hoped to get a few rooms done. 2 months ago, we hoped we'd get 13 rooms done. It looks like right now, by the end of this week, we'll have 19 rooms, the auditorium, the entryway, the hallway, and 4 bathrooms that will all have a fresh coat of paint.
The first classroom we started, and I knew the gentleman that taught that class. And I'm thinking, how in the world did he keep himself motivated? This class was really in shambles, you know, and kept the kids going. And I have to admire them for it, because they stayed in that environment and took care of it. And hoping this will make the job a lot easier.